This video is for all you poor sods who have never seen BASIC before and have never heard this song. So I'm going to go through a little bit about BASIC. This is it on the BBC. This is the best I could give you for now. I can assure you it's far better on the Commodore. So I couldn't remember what the first command was. Clear, CLR, CLS, C-screen. Each version's got its own one, and it tells you when you make a mistake, so it's fairly easy to use. And then when you get the command right, it will put that command in and the thing will appear on the screen, or whatever you've asked it to do will happen right there. CLS, that's the one to go for. So it's sequential code. You start with 1, 2, 3, or I do it in 10, so then you've got gaps to fit stuff in the middle. Print prints the word on the screen. End ends the program. Run runs the program. As you can see, prints hello. Now if I ask it to repeat that by go back to 10, put it in a loop, I get hello, 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 hello. So it's quite easy to pick up. I mean, that's the first command. Print, go to, CLS, if then, logical statements. I mean, you get a guidebook with it and it's got all commands in there, so you can pick it up really quickly. And this will be the basis of the beginnings of your coding career. If you're into 8-bit games and if you're going to get the Commander X16, BASIC's going to be a big deal on there. And I think you'll be able to get a program which turns your BASIC code into assembly. So it's near enough machine code. It runs zip quick. You can do all kinds of cool stuff with it. So yeah, as you can see here, I'm playing around with variables. They're $. That means it's going to ask you to put a number in there. And then I realised I don't know how to call the time, so I just said I can't. But as you can see, this is me just, I haven't used BBC Basic in a while. I could barely remember how to use it, but as you can see here, it's fairly easy to pick up. So I think that's where the value is going to lie, in buying a project computer like the Commander. It's not so much that don't compare it to an Intel PC or something like that general purpose computer. This is a specific device within a specific ecosystem with a community attached to it and a guy who built the thing and his team. So if you want to get into coding, it's the perfect atmosphere for you to get into it. The initial outlay is going to be probably the most you'll ever spend on it. Then after that, everything you buy is going to feel super cheap. It'll all be boxed nicely. You get like full color graphic manuals with it, physical media. It's great. I mean, I've raved about it before. So yeah, so as you can see here, you don't have to do a variable with $. You can do just a straight number represented ironically as a letter. So A equals A plus 1 means every time it gets to that line, it's going to add 1 onto the counter A. And for t equals 1 to 1000, it just waits 1000 ticks. So it's like a third of a second or a half a second or something like that. What I'm trying to do here is get it to repeat 1 and then add another one, 2, and add another one, 3, and do it all the way up to 99. And then at the end say, you've reached 100. Just to get my little programming goggles back on. It's been quite a while. I mean, this is simple stuff. This is like, a little school exam kind of thing. You'd learn this at school, just so you know the absolute basics of how to type in and you get a bit of practice. And I'm sure it looks really complicated to some people. But this is effectively, if I was talking to another human, I'd just say to them, right, start, pick up your pen, write down, blah, blah, blah. So you're talking to the computer, effectively. That's who you're giving the commands to, and it's writing back everything you tell it to write. So, I mean, you can manipulate that in various ways. Draw graphics, move them around the screen, do little sounds and stuff like that. So each input can move something on the screen, and that's the beginnings of like a platformer game, for instance. So yeah, definitely get into that. So I'll be doing a follow-up video with more basic practice in there when I've had a little bit more of a go on it. But yeah, get your hands on it. You can emulate it. You can get tons of devices with it on. Yeah, look at the 8-bit video, 8-bit guy videos. He's done tons of videos on his channel about it. So this is the time, my friends, to get into it. By the time the Commander X16 hits the market, if you've got a bit of a head start, then you can be raring to go on the first day and really start impressing on yourself how good this language is. It's so easy to use, it's so versatile, and I really think that it's a sleeping giant. BASIC's about to make a comeback, so yeah, there you go. And I got it to do it in a calendar form, so you could see I could make a calendar program with that, and then you could pick days and do different things on different days. So even just looking at that simple 6 lines of code, you can see where you can go from that. So I highly recommend everyone gets on this in some form or description. Buy all the books, buy the basic the Commodore 64 guide, the user guide. It's about 30 quid second hand online with all the pages in. So yeah, get on that and look out for my follow-up videos, and then I guess I'll see you in the next one. So thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you then. Bye.